All right, so I'm going to do a quick video on using the pantograph to engrave my ID tag for the Modified Roadster. The only problem is the other night when I engraved the ID tag, I was here alone, so I couldn't get any good footage. So we're going to do a mock-up ID tag. It's the same process. I'm just going to use a scrap piece of aluminum instead of the ID tag, and I'll show you kind of how to set a pantograph up and how it takes this lettering, scales it down a little bit based on where our slides are, and we'll engrave at the other end of the pantograph on our scrap piece of metal that's going to be our mock ID tag. All right, so we are going to engrave XF/GMR for the engine classification and gas modified roadster. So these are our letters that come out of just my letter bank here. So we're going to take them and we're going to slide them into the holder. And we're going to put our retainer in here, push on it to hold it nice and tight, so everything's kind of locked in there. All right, so we just have a blank piece of aluminum here, and what we're going to do is just use this as a simulation, but we can adjust where our platen is compared to the spindle. So we'll just get that kind of set up, and I'm going to check it at the front of our letter, which is that's the farthest left, and then we will go all the way to the end and see where that is and make sure we're not running off. And I'm going to run that over a little bit so it's more centered in the vise. So the controls are much like a milling machine. You just have an X and a Y and a Z coordinate movement. So now this is all set up. So these are our slide adjustments. You can move these slides and get the scaling or an italicized look to the letters. This is already set up for the size that I want, so I'm not going to mess with that. There's a little booklet that talks about all the numbers and letter designation on where to get it set up for what sizing you want. But again, this is already set up for my needs, so I'm not going to touch it at this point. All right, so at this point, we're ready to turn the machine on and actually start engraving. So that'll be the next step in this video. All right, so that's using a Gorton, not the fisherman, but the machinery, pantograph machine for engraving. Mainly, I use it for ID tags, but you can engrave other things. So that's pretty much how you use one. I'm not the best at it, but I don't use it very often either. But I hope you found it interesting to see how some of this older machinery can still be used today and make your products that much nicer. And I want to thank you guys for watching. drop down into the comment section. Let me know what you think of this video, some of our others. Let me know if there's any videos you want to see in the future. Please rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends. And again, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.